It's MicheleMarieDalene. It is the well, it's a hot day. It's the 6th today, and it's live. Yes, live. L-I-V-E, live, not love. Unless you love live. Okay, well maybe you do. I don't know. Morning broadcast here at the Soup Kitchen, and today, of course, we are finally able to do something live thanks to the power of T-Mobile. And the LTE service and their binge on program also covers data going up as well. And so last night you heard my little message of the limit of trying to get this thing to stream up using the computer. I still have not yet figured out the problem. I definitely think there's something going on with the max version of FFmpeg. I have two different versions of that same FFmpeg, and one of them was compiled by a third party, and the other one was compiled as part of the Macintosh Mac Ports project. And the Mac Ports one doesn't have the RTP protocol in it. For some reason, they took it out, which kind of sucks because that's the protocol I need. And the other one has protocol, but for some reason it's not working correctly. And so either way you look at it, I'm not going to get anything done today with the computer. But that doesn't mean that the computer isn't working. Oh, yes, to avoid jabber, I got to find a way to keep these cords far away enough from the phone handset, so it's not going to send the GSM jabber into your ears. And I apologize if you hear any of that noise. Today's going to be very hot. Today's expected high is of 33 degrees Celsius. Really, really not a nice day for anybody who might be heat intolerant. And just coming here to the soup kitchen this morning was hot as it can get. And I was actually surprised how hot it was, because I usually, when I come here at this time in the morning, about 10-ish, it's usually pretty civil. It wasn't so civil today. It was actually very hot. And by this afternoon, the temperatures are going to sound like baking, cooking on a skillet. So yeah, it's gonna be hot, and so please drink plenty of fluids to keep cool. As you can see, I got my hair retouched up yesterday. I didn't get a chance to talk about that. But today we're going to be talking about a couple different things. Well, we can. The first of all is because this is live streaming from my phone, and we're not plugged into a main socket. The phone, of course, will potentially run out of juice. So we are going to keep this relatively short anyway, because of the fact that I don't want my battery to die in the middle of a broadcast, nor do I want the 11 o'clock to start blaring in my ears and cutting us off. So for that reason, we'll keep this short. I got my newest phone bill from T-Mobile, and I would say it's pretty reasonable for what I've got for it's actually about $83 US approximately. And it really worked out well, because I'm going to have all this, great new features. The mobile hotspot, the MiFi, I didn't take it with me today. I decided to try using the phone instead. And so that's what we're using right now, is the phone instead. And that's because it's one less box to carry around and have to set up. Can't see eye drops will probably be here tomorrow or Friday. Thank God. I also got flea bites all over my arms. I think they're flea bites. Yeah, they probably are. Of course, you got two cats. They do have fleas, and they do make me itch. Especially Mr. Longhair really makes me itch, especially when his fur gets into my nostrils and my eyes. And I gotta brush him better. That's all. Even though I've had cats all my life, I've only had very few experience with long-haired cats, and after the hair just gets under your skin. speaking of under your skin, Comey is James Comey of the Federal Bureau of Investigation has his verdict has angered many politicians in Washington, D.C., who are clearly want to know why in the heck his department is acting as the prosecution, or instead of bringing the case once they have the discovery to the judicial branch of the Department of Justice. Several of these congressmen, I don't have the information right here in front of me, have actually demanded that he come forth and talk to them in the Senate and tell them that all, and I mean all, to bear all, to tell all, to share all, which may not make Clinton too happy. I think also the Democratic National Chairman should also actually remove Hillary Clinton's nomination from the party platform, because she's quite clearly a destructive force to the Democratic Party, and she certainly will give the party a black eye, especially if she's allowed to continue to run. This is not exactly healthy for anybody. I don't even know why no one's actually talking about that. Is that the Democratic National Chair? Oh, that's right. Isn't that person friends and chummy with Clinton? Well, then we should remove her too. For, have her recluse herself for saying, oh, I'm sorry, I kind of palsy-wowsy, so you're going to have to get rid of me and get somebody else. Oh, okay. The Republican National Chair has already told the Republicans against Trump's, seriously? That's what I call them, the rats. Has told them that they should just basically accept the fact that he did win his delegates nomination by legitimate means, and that tomorrow, I think it's tomorrow or Friday, will be the great Republican National Convention in Cleveland, Ohio, and that will be a big gangbusters. I'm really looking forward to keeping up with the news on that. I'm sorry that I can't make it to Cleveland, Ohio myself. I don't have the resources to get out there, but I would definitely go out there and support the Republican platform, especially with Donald Trump, since I am a Trumper. Okay, but I'm also a realist as well. And let's talk about some realism for a minute. He's got a lot of work ahead of him, that's for sure. It's not going to be a simple little, add water and stir and drink kind of solution. I wish I could say that, but it's not going to be. He's going to have to deal with the House of Representatives and, of course, the Senate. And he's going to have to recommend changes, and that may take a while to do. So don't expect that he's going to have jobs back in this country in less than a week. It's not going to happen that fast. It's going to take a while to get Congress to renegotiate the trade deals and to begin to rewrite the problems that cause problems for people in the first place. So yeah, once he gets it done, once he gets it all over, all fixed, yeah, he probably will be fine. And the second thing is he still hasn't yet released information on who his vice presidential nominee is going to be. We have heard some name dropping in the press, but I haven't really seen any confirmation or denial of any particular person. I personally think it may be Sarah Palin, but that's because she's already covered him in Colorado, and she fronted him in Colorado, and it was really a very impressive speech at the Western Conservatory Summit, and she did a great job, and I think she could be an excellent VP. But I'm sure there are others who also are equally just as qualified. So I'm gonna have to say we'll play it by ear and see what happens. And got a lot of possibilities to think about. Now, what about this week we have tried to do a focus on live streaming using the computer, which has turned out to be a dismal disaster. And then we explained that possibly the problem maybe is that the either the Mac ports or the third-party copy of FFmpeg may be glitchy. I could probably try restreaming videos using Linux, but that means I have to lug a whole nother computer out of the storage bin. I'd put it in the storage bin to make room and save energy to lower my carbon footprint. Because the fact of the matter is having multiple computers running and sucking off the electrical teat isn't exactly the way to go, especially if you are on a tight budget. It makes more sense to try to cut back the electric use as much as possible. Next question. Are we going to have an Ask Us Anything live? It's not impossible. However, I'll be honest when I say this, it all depends on you. First of all, it also depends on the technology too, but you especially. Any questions? Okay? Please don't expect me to sit here and try to watch the screen at the same time I'm trying to present myself to you on TV. With my eyesight problems, that's not going to happen, okay? So really, ideally, you should do is get your questions in advance. That's so easy. I mean, I give the information, the contact information. It's even below this video clip. There is a contact information on how to reach me and send donations too. I really need those donations. In order to get this T-Mobile going for you so that you and me can spend more time interactively, meant that somebody may not get paid next month, especially if Dory and I don't work it out where she moves in. She might be moving in. She said she's moving in, but, things happen. I know that from experience that things happen. So I'm looking forward to sharing my home with Dory, and I know she's looking forward to spending time with me too, and professionally as well as personally. So it's going to be really important to see all these great changes going on, but it also means that there's a lot of cold feet. There's a lot of dots. There's a lot of I's to cross and a lot of dot and a lot of T's to cross. And once we do all the preliminaries, in August 3rd comes, she forks over the $400 a month. We will be officially working together. Actually, she originally said she was going to let me borrow $40 ahead in advance, and then I was going to just charge her $360 in the month of August. Well, she hasn't paid me $40 yet, so I guess she still owes me $400 for August, but we'll see what happens. I really don't have much more to say. I'm not always very talkative, except I can talk about this. I get really tired. I've been sleeping really weird hours again. It's summer. It's hot. I always do that, And my eyes are acting kind of funny. The eye drops, and I gotta get those coming, as I said, on tomorrow, which is Thursday or Friday. So yeah, there's a lot going on and stuff like that. I'm really looking forward to all the great changes and things like that. And of course, when I drive my eyes, it's great, and when I drive my eyes suck. That's just a fact of life. And you're probably saying to yourself, why in the heaven's name don't you ever use the rear-facing camera and always using the 640 before 80 camera? Well, two reasons why I use the 640 before 80 camera. One, so I can see myself in the viewfinder, so I can make sure I'm in frame. Duh. How about every answer? Number two, it's old habit. Number three is that if I'm using the rear-facing camera, I never can be sure exactly where the camera is positioned. So might get more people in the video, that are not supposed to be in the video because of the Soup Kitchen's confidentiality policies. So for that reason, you're not going to see me wanting to use a rear-facing camera. And there's a third reason, which is I'm shooting this on my iPhone, which only has 1.15 megabits per second up. It's the same upload speed as my home internet, by the way, on HSPA plus. And so data rate is data rate is data rate, and I really just want to save my bits and go as far as I can with them. So that's another reason we're doing this on the internet and 640 by 480. It's not because any other reason. Those reasons I already mentioned. So anyway, can I show you any of the world outside? Well, I don't really know if I can move things around and show things because I might screw up the camera. Right now the camera's working, so I'm gonna let it work. And then, but like I can tell you right now, it's clear outside. It's sunny. It's hot. It's sticky. It's humid. Several towns have already opened up cooling centers. Well, for those of you who may or may not know what a cooling center is, it's basically like the Soup Kitchen here. It's got air conditioning. It's designed to allow you to keep cool. Cool it. Exactly. Yeah, cooling it would be a great idea anyway. Yeah. Exactly. And that's another reason we don't have all those computers down over at the house right now is they make a lot of heat. And so I don't really want to make my heating bill burn up any higher than it is. So running all those computers just to do a video upload stream, a live video stream is asinine. No one's going to want to run all that computer equipment. No. And I think it's just as important to remember that Michele has been working really hard to make things better for you and everybody else out there, and will continue to do so. So anyway, if you like this live stream, how are you gonna, here's the deal, by the time people actually watch this live stream, it'll be a dead stream. Yeah, a dead stream. In other words, it's gonna be taped. It's gonna be taped. Yeah, well, it's really difficult to announce a live stream like this because, to do that, I need to go into the video dashboard and click the share tab on the live stream. And it's kind of hard to do that when your phone is sitting on the tabletop far away from you, and so that it doesn't pick up too much of the cell phone jabber from the GSM, which iRig will pick it up. The iRig Pre is, of course, pre-amplified, so it's very sensitive to outside interference, and the enclosure is not metal, it's plastic. So that kind of sucks too, but that's just the nature of the digital beast. Speaking of that, do you think you're going to buy one of those MPEG encoders for live streaming? Prices are pretty, and when I saw it on eBay, it was pretty good, brand new. It certainly would be a benefit for me to have this technology. But to be honest with you, I'm not going to be using it a lot because live streaming does not help my stomach lining. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. I get nervous as a wreck when it's live because you can't. It's not like when it's tape. You can go ahead and remove anything you don't want to have said before you broadcast it. Whereas when it's a live stream, is anything you say goes out on the microphone, and it's like too late to catch it and throw it away. So I usually like to do videotapes or the equivalent of videotape, so that I can go ahead into my Final Cut Express and adjust things if needed. I rather not do that too much because I don't want you to think I'm trying to hide anything, because I'm not. But the videos take a lot of time, and I sometimes, let me get a little silly and slapstick on camera, and we just Really kind of just need to focus on the, the real story at hand, and that's the reason why sometimes it's hard to say anything good or bad about doing video live and things like that. Alright, but for now, this was the first ever official live stream from the soup kitchen, and I'm going to make sure to stop this tape a few seconds after, or stop the live stream precisely, a few seconds after I'm done talking, so that it can go through the processing buffers or whatever they're using at YouTube. So I'm going to end right now, but I want to thank you all for watching. And like I said, after I give my final credits for the video, you'll hear a few more seconds or so of me to make sure that you get the whole thing and not cut off like I did this morning's video, and I mentioned about Dory. Dory's supposed to meet with me today, or to talk with my case manager tomorrow to officially make it official, and I'm really looking forward to this, and I really miss having Dory here. And you got that part of the video, but what you didn't get was the very part it said at the very end, which is I miss Dory, and I really kind of wish she was there last night. I was kind of lonely in the bed. The cat was not on the bed this morning. He was doing other things. He came in last night, he said hello. Basically, just realized he went eat, and then he went out and did his own things again, and that's what he does. So for now, I want to thank you all for watching this, and of course, we will talk soon. And since I got to get a refill of my coffee anyway, and when I go get my refill of my coffee, I'm going to let this run a little longer, and then I'll stop the tape, and then you'll get the whole thing. Okay? See you in a little bit, guys. See you later. Bye-bye.